Witness is about me observing my childhood. Witness is about the culmination of my experience in growing up with these people, having them rear me, bring me up. And I'm saying I was a witness to this wonderful childhood that you provided for me. So my homage to these people are saying thank you for doing what you did and allowing me and giving me the permission and the courage to use these materials, juxtapose the materials, whatever. They give me permission to follow the ideas that are in my head, which is what Keepers is all about. These are all people who encourage me and are no longer here. And I find that in my studio, they sit on my shoulder. I'm always with them. As I'm working, I imagine them saying, keep going, just keep going. And I just am saying a huge thank you to these people. These objects have spirits in them, as far as I'm concerned. They've been used, they're infused with the work and the thoughts of the people as they worked. So there's so much more than just a rake or a pitchfork. There's the person who sweated on this piece of tool. And so they're infused with the spirit of the person. So many of these things have just been sitting around since I inherited them from my mother, who inherited them from her mother. They're lovely, and they've been on a shelf in the kitchen or wherever. My kids grew up with them. I grew up with these things. But it takes time, for me as an artist, to recognize how they can be used. And I'm sure that my grandmother or my mother or my grandfather would be very, very pleased that I'm using them in this way, you know, being an urban girl now. I am absolutely thrilled. I can't believe it. It's quite wonderful to be in the power plant. The power plant really is a coveted space for contemporary artists. And I just feel incredibly honored to be able to expand and show these things. This is, as I say, Adelena's vision of how we can display them. And I'm just thrilled because, of course, when I'm in the studio, I'm not really, I know that a lot of people think that, but I'm not really thinking in terms of how it will be experienced or seen. I'm just trying again with Keepers, and I was trying to figure out with Harlem Quilt what it meant for me to be back there and how I felt. And so that's the story of that installation, that I was trying to come to terms with a place that I loved, was wrenched from very quickly, and then was very privileged to be able to go back and live there. And I just tried to come to terms with how all of the emotions that brought about living back there. We just had a guy from Guatemala who came in, and he immediately went to these tools and said those were the tools I used. So what more do you want as an artist, to have someone come in and immediately come and recognize and feel what you were feeling as you were trying to manipulate tools and material. If you're a woman, if you're a man, if you're a kid, if you're black, you're white, or whatever, you're going to come away with something different, and that's what's important. I would never want someone to come in or try and make work that would steer someone to a particular emotion or political stance or anything like that, because I'm not making it in that spirit. I'm making it because I need to get some emotion out, and then once it's out, it doesn't really belong to me anymore. It belongs to you standing in front of it, whoever you are.